For 105 years, the Boy Scouts have stood with their values and they've stood with their morals, but are now caving in to the radical, politically correct leftist agenda. What's up, guys? This is Caden Griffiths, and I have some news for you. The Boy Scouts of America are changing their name to just the Scouts in 2019. Keep in mind, I am not an Eagle Scout, but I did earn the Birdwatching Merit Badge, and I was the only person at Camp Thunder Ridge to earn that. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm pretty impressive. I was the only person who actually signed up for that merit badge, but it's not important. So as you can see, I was a Boy Scout in my youth. So obviously, I have found this to be a terrible change. When you add girls to Boy Scouts, you're ruining it. When you add girls to anything, you're ruining it. Like Ghostbusters. I mean, they didn't add girls to the original Ghostbusters movie. No, they made a new one. The original is still the exact same. It's still ruined though. But yeah, the Boy Scouts wasn't made for girls. The whole point of Boy Scouts is to develop oneself from a boy into a man through having examples of other male role models within the troop. Well, I guess that's not technically true, because their mission statement, which I have right here, let me read it, to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetime by instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and Law, which doesn't even technically mention boys or men or gender at all. It's implied though. Of course it's implied. My boy Will stated that the Boy Scouts was made 105 years ago, which isn't right, but let's pretend it is. 105 years ago. Ironically, that's the same year as the 1913 Women's Suffrage Parade. That's right. Women weren't even allowed to vote when the Boy Scouts was formed, which probably means we didn't even bother to ask for their opinion on whether or not they wanted to be included in the organization to begin with. We called it Boy Scouts because we just assumed that all these activities were only meant for men, or we just didn't care about women back then. But now that's different, right? We love women. We just love Boy Scouts more. And that's what I'm trying to say. Girls shouldn't be allowed in Scouts because it just isn't meant for them, but we still love them. I feel like I'm not getting my point across about how much I love women. See, I do love women. I'm currently single, but I have this perfect girl in mind. The perfect girl, to me, is someone who enjoys doing the activities that I like to do. Like a girl who likes camping or fishing or hiking, you know? It's just, I don't want girls who enjoy doing that kind of stuff to be able to do it through the same organizations that I do. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I just want a girl who enjoys all that fun crap that I learned to love through scouting without ever being given a great outlet to do that stuff. Besides, if we teach girls how to do all this in their early teens, then how am I supposed to condescendingly explain it to them later on in life? I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, as Will brought up earlier, boys can't be boys when there's girls around. I'm sorry, is that sexist? Sorry if that's sexist. See how now that I've said sorry, it offsets the fact that that statement was super sexist? And now I'm just going to continue on with what I was saying as if I never said something problematic. Isn't that fun? Boys can't truly be boys when there are girls around. It's hard to be yourself when there's somebody that you're sexually attracted to there. You want to impress them. You actively try to be a better person. And that's not what we want in Scouts. So as Will was kind of saying, the only solution is to eliminate the gender that the boys are attracted to. And sure, this whole concept gets even more complicated when we allow gay youth into the Boy Scouts, because what if the boys are constantly thinking about what the other boys are thinking about them? What if instead of being afraid of the idea that boys will be distracted by a person that they're sexually attracted to being there, what if we taught them to respect each person as a person and see them as that and not a sexual object? What if we taught boys that it's okay to be themselves around people they're sexually attracted to? What if we taught them that, nah, let's just ban the women and the gays? It seems a lot easier. And the girls have the Girl Scouts. These organizations are equal, okay? Separate, but equal. Like that award for the Girl Scouts, that's the equivalent of an Eagle Scout for the boys. It's the name, I can't think of it right now. It's like, it's color or something. It's not our responsibility to fix your program. If you don't like it, then I'm sorry. It's not our fault. On one hand, I could be upset at the Boy Scouts for changing their name and allowing girls into the program, which could help out a ton of girls. And I could refuse to be proud of an organization that I was once a part of. But on the other hand, look, there is no other hand. This is just another prime example of the left using their best weapon against us: change. But I say, let's refuse to back down on this one. Let's stick to the rules that were made 105-ish years ago, because that's the only thing that makes sense. That's when life was real good. At least for me. I'll leave you with this. We shouldn't call this change pro-women, but rather just call it as it is: anti-men. Thank you so much for watching. This is Caden Griffiths, a friend, a scout, and a man, doing what men do best, making this about me. Thank you, and see you next time.